What's up preppers, welcome back to another video, and this is an update on my cycle challenge, the ultimate bug out challenge for me. This is based on real world scenarios of distances I would have to cover for certain bug out locations. Now, it's not the most ideal from where I'm based, but I wanted to base it around this, and we're raising a lot of money for Help for Heroes as well. So you guys have helped out loads with that, and there's still ways to do that in the links below. You can also, all the donations should go through Just Giving, ideally, because that goes straight to Help for Heroes, and you can use the gift aid option as well. The options of donating to me via the wish list and via PayPal also helps out on the actual journey. But what's changed? Because things have changed. I've moved house since initially setting this challenge, and if I pull up the graphic originally used, which is here, which says 232 miles full bug out kit for Help for Heroes, etc., it's now 260 miles. 260 miles, and I found an awesome app to do this with. The app is called cycle.travel. It's an app on the phone that literally maps it like a journey, similar to like Google Maps and things, but it's designed for cycling. So it's not just roadways, it takes you the routes that you might have to take and tells you all along the way what type of roads they are and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the very basic route. Now the home pin, the starting location, is not where I live, it's thereabouts. I just put it smack bang in Manchester just so you get an idea, because, you know, OPSEC and all of that lot. Don't want people turning up to my door. However, here it is. So it's starting at Manchester, and it's using cycle routes, mainly national cycleways. So we head up through Blackburn, past Kendal, through smack bang through Carlisle, crossing over into Scotland, going right through Lockerbie, through Moffat, all the way up by Wishaw, skirting Glasgow, Cumbernauld, Grangemouth, all of that till we get to Stirling. Doesn't seem that bad, right? That is 260 miles though, and it's not 260 miles on flat roads, I assure you. You've got a breakdown on this on the bottom left. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not sure if you can, but I'll try and zoom in on the edit afterwards. But it says 11 miles of that will be on busy roads. It's got to have your wits about you, especially towing a trailer. 206 miles is on paved road, so that's still roads but maybe not as busy. 430 meters on unpaved road, so bit of a bobbly bit, but it's in there. I mean, I've done a route like that and it was towards Blackburn and it was a quagmire. It was an absolute nightmare. 37.7 miles on paved path, 4.9 miles on unpaved path, which is why we've got a hybrid bike, a gravel bike, and it says 220 meters pushing. Now I'm not sure where the pushing fits in, but that's I assume that's like going past a bridge or a certain thing where it says cyclist dismount or something like that. So we'll see. I'll probably end up pushing it for more than that distance on some of those really steep hills, as we see here. Well, if we look at the contouring here of this map, we're skirting right along the edge of this practical mountain range, skirting like the edge all the way around, but it's undulating down, literally passing under the M6 motorway, alongside, then over, and I know where this bit is. And this road is right up there on the side of the mountain. 220 elevation, it's saying there on that contour line. All the way up. And T-Bay, which is a great service station. I used to be a great service station anyway, before they made it truckers only. There's old T-Bay there, so going through that way, which I know very well. So you can see there's lots of hill climbs here going up this side. I mean, going down is going to be lovely, but lots of hill climbing involved in this whole thing. So it is a massive challenge, especially towing all out of the weight. I've seen people do much longer distances, probably is in better physical health than me, but they've also had crews, they've had people, or they've been stopping and getting stuff along the way. The whole idea of this is it's a bug out situation. If I don't have to stop and buy anything or go into any sort of shops or stay at a hotel, then it's much more realistic. I'm not saying that's completely off the cards. I might be forced into buying something on the way, or, you know, doing an emergency repair or stopping somewhere. We're going to play it by ear, but I'm trying to keep it as realistic as possible. The only lack of realism is it's me on my own. So this situation would be, in prepping terms, I'm home, Mrs. Urban Prepper is with the kids up near family in Scotland, so rather than her trying to fight her way down the country in a shift situation, it's me loading up as much as I can and off I go. Time wise, I'm not sure how long I can do it in. It depends on these roads and how much obstructions there is. I estimated 4 or 5 days without too much of a push. I might be able to reduce that. I might have to extend that. I've allowed 7 days. So on the 8th day, I'm back at work, so there's no choice after that. So I've allowed 7 days for it. But I'm setting off on the Monday morning, first thing, and then all the way through till the Sunday evening is my deadline. I'm going to keep you updated as much as I can along the way, doing short videos on the actual shorts on the channel, so make sure you keep an eye on them. But also, every time I stop, I'll either do a live, do a little update video and stuff like that. Rather than doing the whole journey, waiting a week, compiling all the footage and putting it out there, I'm going to update you quite regular along the way. I will do one final video showing the whole challenge, which will be great, but I'll definitely keep you updated. What else am I going to do in my tent on an evening, recovering from the agony of saddle sore, than sit there editing videos and uploading it for you lot? That's what it's all about at the end of the day. So that's the update on the route and things like that. It's quite daunting. When I did the hike, the points where I was over the dales and like the Nidderdale and the national parks like that, there was moments where I looked around and there was no signs of civilization, there was no phone signal, anything like that. And I imagine this is going to be a lot of the same. There's certain places that I mean, a lot of the way it tracks alongside the M74, which is a motorway cut obviously through the hills, and this is like a side road from that. It is undulating around it and stuff like that, but I think that's going to be good for level and possibly for keeping signal. But anyone who knows, even when you drive to Scotland along that motorway, you still lose signal a lot of the time. And as I come off where the M74 is, I really do end up in the middle of nowhere. So it's very daunting doing this solo. People are welcome to join me along the way. You'll see regular updates of where I am and stuff. And if you want to come down, have a cup of tea on the evening, wherever I'm ending up holding up, then you're more than welcome to join me. Even if you want to cycle with me as well, you're welcome to join me for a segment of that. It's all for a great cause. I'll be raising money along the way as well. Not just via the videos, via online, but I'll have charity tubs and stuff like that, and wristbands, because guaranteed people will ask me, what the hell are you doing, when they see me cycling in some weird places. Now, overnight, I am going to push myself, probably as much as I can, because it's supposed to be a bug out scenario. In this theoretical scenario, I'm trying to get to family. So it's not about take your time, you know, make a nice meal on the evening. It's get there as quick as you can. That's the whole idea of it, right? So I am going to push myself as much as I can. Obviously, once I'm over the borders, wild camping is a great option as you go into Scotland. But I'll be looking for campsites. I'll be looking for stuff like that along route, because rather than pre-plan it like I did with the hike, I want to kind of leave it more up to my ability on the day. What I found with the hike is I thought in my head, oh, first day I'll have loads of energy, I'll be able to smash it, do the biggest distance and stay at this campsite. It almost took me out of the whole thing doing that, because the hills were a lot worse than I expected them to be. I'd scouted a lot of the location, but not enough of it. And getting to that point, it was already getting dark. It was an overgrown scout camp, long grass everywhere, and it was not fun at all. And the next day, my feet were so bad that I was never going to make the distance I'd pre-planned. But I did, and it was always by the skin of my teeth, or at one point, the distance I thought, oh, this is the last stint's going to be a nightmare. No problem. Did it in no time, could have kept going. So I'm playing this one a bit more by ear. I'll cycle as much as I can. If that's 10 miles or if that's 100 miles, it makes no difference. And when I start to feel it at that point, I'll be like, right, really need to start thinking about somewhere to stay. So I'll then look if there's campsites or if there's a suitable place to camp anyway, etc. along the way. And as you saw the map there, if you are anywhere, let's zoom in a bit from Manchester. Obviously we're not going to stop, hopefully, in the first 10 miles. But if you are anywhere close to along this route and you'd like to join in a visit, or you have somewhere to camp or somewhere for me to stay for the evening, then by all means get in touch. It's great to have this network and this support behind me doing something like this. So if you are anywhere along that kind of route, this is all open for interpretation. I do expect for this to change and fluctuate, because, for example, if let's say I'm heading towards Lockerbie and I'm thinking this is the time I need to camp, and there's no campsites anywhere here, and I've got to cycle right out, I don't know, over towards Dumfries more, like a campsite's over here. The next morning the route is then going to take me up here instead and join up there. So the route could change and fluctuate depending on where I stay. And of course, with that, 260 miles, which is the total, is going to be a minimum. It really is, because obviously when I'm going finding places to stay, etc., when I'm going looking for water supplies, whether that is fresh water that I'm going to filter, or whether that's utilizing things like water filling points, which I will be using along the route. There is stuff like that on the national cycleways. Also there's churches and things like that, which are very good and will let you refill water bottles and stuff along the way. So there's going to be much more miles added to it, and I'm going to log all this journey and hopefully track it all depending on battery life and stuff like that. I have my stack of power banks, but the stack of power banks only just made everything I needed for the 90-mile hike, so I'm not sure how well they're going to do on this. I could have done with getting one of the slightly bigger ones, but couldn't in time, so it is what it is. But yeah, that's it. All the way up to Stirling in Scotland, past Glasgow, past Edinburgh, into Stirling in the heart of Scotland. That's where it's going to finish. So that's my challenge, and it's in no time at all. I really expected to have more time. I constantly thinking, I've got loads of time. I've got 1 week left of training, of conditioning, of trying to eat a bit healthier. Every little pound I shed in this next week is going to be slightly easier on the saddle. I haven't got everything I wanted for it. It's not going to be the ideal setup for the bug out itself, but if it happens tomorrow, this is the stuff I would have. So I can't expect to get everything perfect. So that's me. Hope that clears up the update and stuff like that and tells you exactly what I'm going to be doing. It is literally a week away. We set off on the 25th. So from Monday, which it is now, from Monday to the following Monday is how long I've got left before I go. So thank you so much to everyone who's contributed so far through direct donations to Help for Heroes, donations to me, which is going to help me, which is helping me to get equipment, stuff, supplies, spare tires, things like that. Every donation goes towards it. Through PayPal will go towards stuff like that as well. And through the people that have just sent me stuff and give me gifts. I wouldn't even have a trailer if it wasn't for Hawkins and people in the community. So absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for doing this for Help for Heroes. You guys are the heroes. All of this, I'm just the idiot that's going to have to do it. So thanks very much, guys, and I will see you all in another video, which I promise will be prepping related really soon. Goodbye.